Good morning, Collective and Soul Tribe. Happy Friday. It is Friday, March the 6th. Woo! All right, guys, we finally made it to the end of this week. All right, guys, I hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday. Okay, it is Happy Friyay, Happy Friday. Okay, Freedom Friday and Fabulous Friday. All right, guys, the time right now is 8:30 a.m. while I'm doing this reading. So let's jump into it and see what you guys might need to know for today. But I hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday so far. It is the weekend. We are getting closer and closer to spring as well. So there's a lot of things to look forward within the next few weeks or so. Okay. But yeah, let's jump into it and see what you need to know for March 6th. Okay, so Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective at this time for March 6th? What do they need to know for March 6th? What clarity can you give them at this time for March 6th? And not only that, for what they need to know for today in general. What clarity can you give them at this time, Spirit? Thank you, Spirit. So the first card is the World card. Okay, guys, so if you guys can see it here, we have the World card. Okay, so this is about completion. For some of you, this is about achievement, fulfillment, okay, sense of belonging. For some of you guys, this could be feeling whole within yourself or, your circumstance, even if things are not, perfect or 100%, right? Because even though we all have, our ups and downs, not everything is perfect, right? But we still find ways to find wholeness within ourselves so that, you don't lose yourself, right? So some of you guys could feel whole at this time within yourself. This could be feeling like you're in harmony within the universe. Okay, some of you, this is about completion or fulfillment. Okay, this could be a cycle or just doing something that you love to do. But whatever this energy is, there is something about financial success. Okay, so take what resonates with that. 2 talks about partnership. So this could be, even if you're not in partnership with someone around you, this is about being in partnership with yourself and the universe. Okay, and starting something new with the number 1, which talks about, new beginnings and things like that. Now, also, if you want to look at it as like house placements, finances could be very significant. This could be about, your work ethics, your daily routines, your self-care, what you prioritize as well. And also, this could be talking about your personal life. So this is about maybe stepping into independence. For some of you, this could be, stepping into your own individuality as well. But new beginnings are very specific at this time. Okay. Also, how you approach life and also how you view the world could be very significant as well. So let's see what else shows up. Yeah, we have the Fool. Okay, this is about beginnings, freedom. Okay, so there's something about, going on an adventure, right? This adventure could be, change, right, with Uranus. Uranus energy talks about change. It talks about crown energy, right? So there's something about, even if you are doing something where, it's probably connected to your stability, even if you are doing something, there's something about, still moving forward in this new adventure that you're stepping into. But at the same time, it's like you're stepping into like a new opportunity, taking a risk, right? But this risk may not be something that is a burden. It's like this risk that you're taking, you're actually going to enjoy what it is that you're doing, once you step forward into it. So this is like a fresh start. This is something about, being comfortable in moving in your journey, but also being comfortable knowing that the journey or the path that you're taking, it's going to help your future self, right? So 0 talks about like divine source. This is about wholeness again, right? Confirmation with the World card, right? So some of you, this could be about, spiritual reset. This could be about higher consciousness, to being open to what the universe is telling you when it comes to signs, synchronicities, and following your guidance, right? Even with Uranus, it talks about, maybe some of you are rebellious, right? or there's something about, you know, freedom. So again, when it comes to you, you don't care how people may see you. You would rather have your freedom, you know, when it comes to doing what you love to do, than rather than somebody judging you and not, you know, instead of them looking into themselves and finding out what they like to do, it's like they would rather judge the collective. But with you, you don't care, right? For some of you, you just rather would just start over. So this is about starting over, starting fresh. Also, for some of you, this could be like a new job, or this could be like a new, you know, something that you're doing like entrepreneurship. But whatever it is, 10 of Cups, right? This is about happiness, fulfillment, right? This is about you feeling emotional, you know, emotionally stable in what maybe fulfills you at this time. Whether this is like a family or a home or a job, or, you know, you building something, you know, from the start, you know, basically the ground up. Whatever it is, it's giving you fulfillment, right? So 10 of Cups is very significant. Now, when you look at these numbers as well, 1010 could be very significant, and also angel number 1221 or 1212 could resonate for some of you. And even when it comes to like pentacles, there's something about like weeks to months. So past energy talks about you feeling fulfilled in something, and also being able to move forward in this new beginning. Okay, because again, air energy talks about swords, right? This talks about minutes to hours. So this is something that's happening like right away, right? And with cups, this talks about days. So there's something about within the next 10 days, something could be very significant. So like maybe a week or two from now, you know, could be very significant. But whatever this energy is, you're doing something right now that is allowing you to feel grateful, you know, in your life at this time, or allowing you to feel fulfilled, you know. So whatever it is, this could be having kids, family, you know, starting a new job, you know, being your own boss, maybe, whatever it is, right? So let's see what else shows up in the energy. Yeah, we have here Queen of Pentacles, right? This is about you. You are somebody who is practical. For some of you, again, when it comes to good business sense, that is very specific. Again, 10 of Cups and 13. 13 also talks about transformation. So for some of you, this is about a rebirth. So death and rebirth of like patterns are very significant in reclaiming your power. And when you put the number 1 and 3 together, that equals 4. So this talks about stability. For some of you, this is about your stability in building a foundation. This foundation could be something that you're building that's long-term, but it requires you to have patience as well in whatever it is that you're building when it comes to like being grounded. Okay, so when it comes to being comforting at this time, this could be about you and your environment, or this could be about what you do, or this is about your energy being welcoming to people that you may know or meet, you know, within your lifetime. Okay, some of you guys are maybe like homebodies, like maybe you like to stay home. Even when it comes to like business, there's something about you guys when it comes to working from home. Maybe you guys could be starting your business at home, but then maybe eventually it's going to grow into something maybe bigger, like maybe like a storefront, or you know, maybe you like sharing a space with somebody, like renting a space or something of that matter with somebody else. But there's something about you starting something small and then it growing into something bigger. If you're somebody who's like, you know, starting your own business, okay? But again, even if you don't start your own business, there's something about you being very grounded enough that you have good business sense. So even if people don't want to listen to what you have to say, you actually know what to naturally do because you come from a grounded perspective. But not only that, your intuition is what guides you. So it's almost like you will know something before it happens. Like say this is a job, and say you guys work in a certain, you know, type of environment where you do a lot of, you know, packaging, right? Say you know something's going to be wrong because like say the weather is off, right? Like you know something's off with the weather, so you're like, I'm going to prepare for the package to come a specific time, but then I'm going to let the customer know that it's going to be late because of the weather. And they may not understand why you're telling them this information, but you may be aware. But for some of you, it's almost like you're not allowed to do that. Like if you promise the customer a specific time, it's like you're not supposed to basically tell them that it's going to be late, basically. So there's something about being strict, like a work environment being very strict when it comes to like business sense. Like you could have really good business sense when it comes to using your intuition, but instead of them using their feelings, they would rather use, logic. And that could be very specific. So again, when it comes to you and your like, financial stability and security, there's something about you building something on your own because you know how to like run a business. Okay, either it's like working with somebody else or you working on your own. But whatever it is that you guys are building, it's like you're building luxury around you, right? So again, you guys are grounded and you guys are in this nourished type of, energy where you guys are able to nurture yourself and provide for yourself, right? And even though you're just providing for yourself, you're providing for other people because you're able to fill up your own cup, right? Queen of Cups energy, right? So there's something about, financial stability. There's something about, coaching, counseling, healing. 13, like I said, it talks about transformations, change, rebirth of like death and rebirth of patterns, etc., right? So this energy is showing up again when it comes to you guys, when it comes to you being very supportive or very healing. Some of you guys are embracing your emotional intelligence when it comes to being compassionate in what it is that you guys are doing, right? We have the 10 of Pentacles. So yeah, this is about, maybe luck. Okay, this could be like a windfall of change. Okay, for some of you, this is about stability. This could also be about tradition as well, but you are bringing in change, right? This could be about your legacy. Maybe you don't care about a legacy, like you don't care to build a legacy, but there's something about connecting with your roots, and that could be your legacy, right? Your legacy could be tapping into your roots, whatever that is, right? This is also ancestry. So whatever gifts that you have, whatever talents that you have, that is coming from a place of your ancestors. Okay, some of you may feel connected to some of your ancestors, like on a very deep level, and there's certain traditions that you may not want to carry, over as someone who's like maybe the youngest or, someone who's maybe the most aware in the family, right? So there's something about you when it comes to like certain traditions, you would rather choose financial stability and security within yourself. Now, this could be you or someone else, right? But whatever this energy is, you are grateful for whatever it is that you have in your life, the abundance, 1010, wholeness. Okay, Knight of Swords, right? So this is about being assertive, okay? So, sorry, I just took a drink of water. So, when it comes to like you being assertive or being direct, there is something about 1010, feeling whole within yourself, because it's like you would rather take action and speed when it comes to like your ambition, being determined. Okay, there's something about 1212 that could be very significant. Like I said, mirrored numbers 1221 and 1212 or 2121. So when it comes to taking action, this is about being ambitious. This is about moving forward. This is about, you learning about your lessons, because again, when it comes to like figuring out what it is you need to do, it's like now that you know what to do, it's like you guys are focused. Okay, even so, you may not be trying to be a perfectionist, but maybe you come off that way, right? It's just the way that you guys maybe are built or the way that you do things. Maybe you're just more daring, right? And I get that energy because sometimes when it comes to like certain, environments, you will take action and do something, but it may offend somebody by mistake. And it's like you're not trying to offend anybody, you're just trying to be helpful, right? And that could be you. You could be somebody that, you have a lot of intellect, you're very daring, you're focused, you're ambitious, you're direct, okay, you're assertive. So when you say something, you mean that, you know, like that. Maybe some of you guys would rather stay quiet because it's almost like, you know, that if you say something, it's like it's coming from the heart and you mean that, and it's like you can't take it back. And some people may not understand that about you. It's like you could be very giving for the collective. You could be very giving, you could be very nurturing, sharing, whatever, but now it's like you guys are focusing on yourself. And that's what you guys should be doing, because again, if you guys were giving, you know, a lot to people, whether this was time, energy, you know, money, whatever it was, there's something about putting that into yourself and building something for yourself. So this could be your own family, this could be your own, you know, conflict. Look at this. So again, this could be you being focused, and there's something about conflict, right? So again, competition, challenges, you know, Saturn in Leo talks about responsibility and discipline. So again, while you're trying to focus on yourself, you embrace healthy competition and challenges, because you're not competing with other people, but there's this energy of other people maybe competing with you. You know what I mean? Like, again, like I said, you could be very giving, very helpful, very daring, focused, and it's almost like it starts problems for other people in their environment, because like I said, when people are not ready to grow or show up for themselves, then, you know, the energy will show up. So again, change. There's something about change that's very significant, okay? So again, when it comes to like you being able to like focus, when it comes to facing obstacles or dealing with like, you know, rivals or people who struggle, you know, or stand in the way of you and your goals, you're able to move forward in that. Okay, you stand out. And that may bother some people too. So let me get one more card and see what shows up. And then I'll end the reading here. I might do another reading too, like another tarot reading, but I'll end it here for now. So let me see if I can get one more card and see what happens. But yeah, there's something about you guys moving forward, like no matter what happens. Yeah, the Tower. Okay, so there's something about change. Yeah, sudden change. There's something about change. With the number 16, you know, this is about spiritual lesson or breaking illusions, right? So again, some of you could have broken illusion, and that could be you breaking an illusion when it comes to spirituality, like having that inner knowing and trusting in the divine and also divine timing. So some of you guys, this could be about you awakening your spiritual gifts as well. Yeah, the Star. Okay, the Star. Creativity, hope, inspiration. Okay, this is about growth, having faith, renewal, right? This is also about healing as well, but this also talks about, you know, your manifestations through having faith, right? Trusting and also manifesting through belief, through partnership with the universe, right? So spiritual leadership, inner knowing, okay? The number 8, stepping into your power with 1 and 7, right? So take what resonates with that, but yeah, you guys are moving forward. Like I said, there's something about, you know, there could be adversities, people trying to, you know, try to make certain things like be chaotic or, you know, cause chaos, and you could be focused on your business or working on you, right? Like meditating, journaling, writing, and it's like the environment around you could be very chaotic because people cannot understand what you're trying to build, right? When it comes to you guys, and some people may, some people may not, but like when it comes to like home matters, like within the home, that could resonate for some of you, because it's like you could express yourself about what you're trying to do and people may acknowledge it, but then they can still continue in that same manner or behavior. But with you, if you knew somebody, if the shoe was on the other foot, if you knew somebody was building something and they need, you know, that time, that energy, right? Because say you were working and then, you know, you start doing something else. It's like, or even school, like studying, for example. It's like, say you're studying and you're going to school and you have to like study for an exam, and then you hear music or, you know, loud sounds blaring, but everybody knows that you're in school. So it's like almost like people are aware when it comes to being disrespectful, and you're aware of this. And even though you know and you've expressed yourself, confirmation with the horn, you stopped, right? Like you've completely stopped. You're like, forget it. there's no point of wasting my time and my energy. Let me just focus on what I need to do. And that is what you guys are doing. Okay, so take what resonates with this. I'm going to end it here. But again, thank you guys for the love and the support. At the bottom of the cup, we have 2 of Cups as well, and also 3 of Cups, which is really good energy, right? So yeah, again, you guys are dealing with it, you know, the best way you can, and that is why I say be proud of yourselves. You know what I mean, guys? So I'm gonna end it here. Please take what resonates. And again, thank you guys, you know, for supporting and, you know, sharing your energy and me sharing energy back with you guys, etc. You know, I appreciate that. But yeah, thank you guys. So follow me on TikTok and YouTube, and my website is www.mysteriouslyunique.ca. I have blogs that I post, and also you guys can book a reading. But also, I didn't make a post about the asteroids. So if you guys want to check that out, check that out. It is posted on my website. It gives you just short form confirmation with the horn again. It gives you short form information about you know, the different asteroids, how they resonate with you differently, how you go online, you can calculate it, find out, and it will tell you what asteroid is in your zodiac sign placement, the house placement, and then you can kind of look back and see, you know, going back and forth. The reason why I do that is because I get people want like easy access to right away answers, but even though I do the reading, I want you guys to do like the inner work too, because that's how you learn, right? Like someone could be telling you everything, right? Whether it's true or not, and you could believe it, you know? So the only way to know that what you're listening to matches what you're understanding is to also do the inner work and also do that research and, you know, figure out more information and kind of go within, right? That's the whole point of the growth, right? So, yeah, I'm going to end it here, but thank you guys. I love you guys, and happy Friday. I'll see you next time. All right, guys. Bye.